can't just be about water and light, because you got to realize now these problems persisted under the PLP and the FNM. I'm not one to pretend as if this is not the reality, and I believe that we can't, when we discuss this, whenever we discuss this, whichever politicians discussed it, all of them need to take responsibility for what we have come to in this particular time and season as it relates to these facilities, as it relates to these utilities. They have failed us. All of them have failed us. It is whether PLP or FNM in the last 40 years. They have not done a very good job. And I say 40 because 8 fives are 40. And I'm talking about, so that's the last 8 MPs. I don't think did a very good job in trying to get this situation under control. Now, so it's a battle. But what I like what Michael said last night was this, this is not, our fight is not just for FNMs. Our fight is for all Bahamians, regardless of color, regardless of political persuasion, regardless of who you are and who you're connected to. It does not matter, because our fight is for all of us. And I like the maturity in what he said, that you have to look across political lines. It cannot be that we are enemies, but rather that we may be persons who disagree or have a different view of how we are going to achieve the goals that we seek to achieve. But it should not be adversarial. And so I really supported Michael with that message. I feel that he was in the right place and that he struck a chord with many persons when he spoke in that manner. We cannot have an adversarial race. It has to be one where, regardless, we are united, regardless of our views, regardless of our political persuasion, regardless of what we support, regardless of what people believe. We are united as one, because at the end of the day, we are all Bahamians. And I want to thank Michael Pintard for that message. I think it went over very well with the people who attended that event, and for the persons who actually heard the message online. All right, because I did record that bit last night. Last night, also, we got to see a young lady. I don't remember her name. I recorded a video where Demetrius, who was the excellent host, Demetrius Smith, did an excellent job with hosting that event. They had a dance where they're doing the 10 cent, 5 cent, 10 cent dollar, and this young lady did a nice little split. And how she did that split and shake up and down, I think she put all the single women on notice that need to hold the man tight. I think I saw a couple of them holding him extra tight because they realized this galley, she mean business. When she do that split and start shaking up on the ground, I say, Lord, what is this tonight? Anyhow, it was a great and awesome event. Ricky Mahi spoke, Mr. Mingo spoke, Philippa spoke, and listen, people really appreciated what they experienced and what was offered to them in this event last night. And so I look forward to even greater things, not just from Philippa, not just from the FNM, but from everyone who is listening to these various broadcasts, who is even presenting a political platform for persons to support. We need to come out of this, how do I say? I don't want to say niggly thinking when it comes to, and I don't like niggly, but that's the word I can use right now, of how, and be mature about how we communicate, how we relate, and how we connect politically. All right? Awesome event. FNMs, you did a great job. I was very impressed. Keep up the good work. I told Michael, springboard this, use it as a springboard. It did show that people are supporting the FNM, because, a lot of us thought the FNM was dead. They sure showed us last night with a room full of people on the inside, people on the outside, standing room only. It went over very well. There was no trick photography, and I personally went all over that room with my camera so people could see that the room was full. It wasn't fake. Nobody made it up. There was no trick photography there. I don't even know how to do trick photography. It was very real. It happened, and and people were there. It was present, and listen, when I tell you it was an awesome event, it was an awesome event.